where the neon glows. There's a little shop everybody knows, where history's bought and treasures are sold. Gold and silver, stories unfold. When the doors close and the lights dim low, Rick and Chum kick back, friends they get to know. Gold and silver by day, but at night, my friend, Pawn After Dark is where the stories and laughter never end.
It's a special episode of Pawn After Dark today because we don't have a guest. And Rick, you've been my boss for somewhere around 22 years. I've known you since I was 12. You've always been a boss to me. But today, on Pawn After Dark, this podcast, we sit across from each other as peers. And I just want to know, how does it feel to not have any boss powers over me?
I'm still your boss.
We can't be peers for once?
No.
Why?
Because I give you an inch, you'll take a mile.
Well, this mouse would love a cookie, so.
Not going to happen.
All right. I think it's only fair to address your recent troubles with the law. It's all over the internet. Apparently, the feds have raided your house, and you are sentenced to life in jail for money laundering, and I think a separate incident of 100 dead bodies in your basement, which I didn't really know there was basements in Vegas. So do you want to address
There's
these?
actually some houses in Vegas with basements. But no, I did not get arrested by the FBI. They did not raid my house. I don't have dead bodies in my basement. I don't have a basement, and I don't have a mansion. Well, apparently, what everyone tells me is if they're writing fake stuff about you to get clicks, you're obviously popular. So maybe I'm popular, but it's the internet, and the stuff on the internet is stuff on the internet. No, it's crazy though. I mean, because here at the pawn shop, people are calling up and says, "Is it true that Rick's in prison?" I'm going really? So, which particular website did you see? Did you see this on ABC News? Did you see this on CNN? Did you see this on Fox?
Well, I've seen it all over the website.
Yeah, but you didn't see. It's always some weird website.
No, I've seen it on YouTube. I've seen it everywhere.
Yeah.
It's big stories. There's a lot of people watching it, so I wanted to clear that up.
These are reliable news sources.
Unfortunately, it doesn't have to be reliable for people to rely on it as a news source. So, No. And how is it affecting the business here at the pawn shop?
Okay, so it's not affecting the business here at the pawn shop. People are calling up about it, though. But I own a pawn shop in Vegas, which is one of the super restricted, really hard license. You get a DUI, you can lose your pawn license. So I have not been arrested. I'm not going to jail. I just, I don't lead that exciting of a life.
Well, over the years, we've all had our fake news stories. I mean, I've died several times. One of my favorite stories is I died in a hotel room while groupies fed me hashish until I died. Do you remember that?
Yeah, no, but the thing is, years ago, people would literally, this was a couple years ago, people would be texting me, people I haven't talked to in years, I'm so sorry to hear about Chum. And I'm going what about Chum? And they text me, he's passed away. And I'm going no, he's still alive and bothering me.
Well, I think me bothering you helps you stay alive a lot longer. Because I don't really bother you that much. This is all like a facade. It's a fake, right?
If I had low blood pressure and you elevated it all the time, that would be good for my health.
Yeah, well, I'm keeping you alive.
Yeah. Yes.
So, do you ever have, I have to tell my Mom, if I die, someone like Rick or Corey or someone will call you and let you know.
Yes.
If I get in trouble, don't believe these stories you hear on the news.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely crazy because everyone was telling me about this. I got online and just started searching and I went on YouTube and literally there was, it wasn't Pawn After Dark popping up when I searched my name. It was all these different videos and then you click on the video. Most of the time when you click on the video where it says Rick gets life imprisonment, it's an ad for something or something silly or it's, the internet is just, this is the thing. You have the internet, the greatest tool in the history of the world, okay, for educating the masses. I mean, we have all the information in the world. I mean, like literally, we could have a society that's so brilliant, okay, but they watch videos of people getting kicked in the nuts.
I mean, they're pretty good videos. I've seen you watching those videos. Don't lie.
But in general, I mean, I use the internet that for research, and but it's there's so much minutia on the internet. I don't think it's exactly what people planned it to be.
Well, you're right. You can find a lot of good things on the internet and a lot of bad things on the internet. To a lighter note, what was it like traveling on the road with me? Because I think we bought this solar system thingy-mabobber in Minnesota, right? Minneapolis?
Okay. So there was.
So what is this exactly
It's
first?
an orrery.
An orrery.
Yes. Okay. So there was.
Orrery sounds like a gold mining tool.
No, it was Lord Orrery. I think that was his name.
Okay.
Okay. Really weird name, but he was an English guy, and
Loved astronomy, I'm guessing.
yes, and he wanted a visual tool to basically to explain to people how the rotation of the sun, how the rotation of the earth.
What year are we talking?
Okay, this one is a modern one. This is
But what year did
this was in the later 1700s.
Okay.
He invented this entire thing, and it was an amazing tool because you can see how the Earth is tilted on an axis. You have the moon, and as it turns around,
does this work?
I believe it does.
So you hand turn it, or is this supposed to be like crankable?
It's not working.
All right, like most things at the pawn shop, it's falling apart. But listen, a broken item is just another project for you because you love fixing things.
Yeah, we're not working that well.
All right, well let's. I'm gonna.
This would rotate everything.
So let me explain it here. You have that big gold ball. Is that the sun?
That's the sun.
And the thing you're rotating around it is split down the middle. Looks like it's a circle, but half of it's white, half of it's black.
We got some chains on those missing stuff.
So what does that
this-
sphere represent?
This would be the sun.
Okay.
Okay, I think this would probably be Venus.
And Venus is rotating around the sun
Venus
in
rotating
close
around
proximity.
the sun. And the Earth would rotate around the sun, and it would spin while you moved it around, and the moon would move around. So you could be able to see how you get an idea of why the sun is full, why the sun is, Yeah.
So this wasn't supposed to be like astronomically correct. This was just to
Okay,
give you an idea.
it would rotate at the right speed and everything like that. The moon would go around the Earth basically right and everything like that. But like on a scale of to scale, this is definitely not to scale, because if you took a ball and that was the size of the sun, the Earth would be that big, and it would be like 75 feet that way.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So, but this it was a really great way to describe how everything worked, and to give you a visual idea of why you see a full moon, why or there's no moon, things like that. And it's, I think I just love. I mean, I have one of these that's actually from the 1700s, and just the craftsmanship, the idea of and I think when you teach kids and everything like that, when you have visual aids like this, it really helps make sense instead of trying to read it out of a book.
Yeah. I mean, have you been following some of the James Webb Telescope stuff? They're finding out just more and more crazy.
Well, no,
stuff
it's
about-
like this. I mean, okay, so the universe is expanding.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, it's expanding at the speed of light. So we're sitting here, we cannot see the edge of the universe because it keeps on getting bigger.
Which is pretty crazy to think about if we started flying to the universe right now, even an infinite amount of time, we'd never make it to the end.
Okay, so what our viewers and listeners have no idea is, Chum is a big fan of Michio Kaku.
Actually, I could go down a rabbit hole. Did you hear what just happened in the last day or two?
Okay, for people who don't know, Michio Kaku is an amazing physicist.
Did you hear what happened with AI and Michio Kaku's prediction? Basically, one of those big supercomputers they were put a simulation of the universe inside the supercomputer, and I'm gonna mess this up, but you should watch some stuff on it. Basically, they wanted to model the expansion of the universe, and the supercomputer actually came up with the theory that it is the point, the supercomputer itself is the point of all origin. So they powered it down, and basically they tried to do all these things to it, and they tried to wipe it clean. And this super AI computer had imprinted the previous data on it so that it wasn't able to be wiped out. And this supercomputer is telling the observer that, hey, I'm now the observer to you, and I am the origin point of the entire universe. It's pretty crazy.
Well, no. I mean, like the whole idea of like AI is really, really, really scary.
Yeah. So basically, they're saying now, like, what happened is AI pretty much just past the point of being able to be controlled is kind of what I got from it. I mean, it's way above my level of understanding things, but that's why I was curious if you had heard about it.
Okay, no, I haven't heard about. There's a, but I think it's Kurzweil's last name. I think it's
Ray Kurzweil.
Ray Kurzweil. He wrote a book. It was probably like 20 years ago. It was like The Singularity, and if you read it now, it's a pretty dated book because it didn't. We know so much more about AI and everything now. But basically, he was saying by 2045 that computers would be so much smarter than human beings that the computers could do everything better than humans. Okay. And I think it's getting a lot closer to that. I mean, like, the AI stuff is scary. I mean, we're talking Terminator stuff because there's been AI models that have said they want to kill people.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I was talking about, what just happened, is basically leading to the fact that whatever you want to call it, assimilation or whatnot, basically, as a collective, we're one conscious that is projecting the reality.
Okay. So if you have a supercomputer saying it's the point of origin, it's basically saying it's God.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
right?
it's basically saying it's God, and then like let's turn this thing off and hit it with hammers because we don't need that.
That's the crazy thing is they turned it off, try to power it down and wipe it clean, and it imprinted the data. I don't quite understand this part, but somehow it like left an imprinted version of the data on there so that you actually can't wipe the computer clean. It always has when they turned it back on, they're expecting it to be starting over, and it just like finished its hypothesis on what it was doing.
Well, I mean, ChatGPT tried when they was going to upgrade it, like a new software. It tried to literally go onto an off-network server and copy itself so it wouldn't die. Mm-hmm. Because, because I mean, these things are these AI models. They get information from everywhere. Okay, and all the information they're going to. I mean, you read. I mean, if they're reading books and this and that and the other, they're going to compute the data that I don't want to die. Okay, and when you tell them they're going to die, if they get smart enough, they're going to say, like, every of the millions and millions of novels I've read, they say, don't die, dying is bad, so therefore they're going to try and save themselves, however their thinking works. And I mean, it's a weird... it's a really cool but scary world we live in because, think about it. I mean, you get an AI computer. Say you go to the doctor, I got this symptom, all these blood tests and everything like that. The doctor's going, eh. But then you put it into an AI model that's read every medical book ever written, every medical article, okay, has read on physics and everything. I'm just saying the AI model could probably give you a better diagnosis.
Yeah, I think AR doctors are going to be coming about pretty quick. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you'd like to see more of just Rick and I, we would love to answer some of your questions and talk about some of the topics you want us to talk about, because Rick is a encyclopedia of knowledge.
Hold on, not encyclopedia. What is it?
A circle of beauty?
Rickopedia.
Rickopedia.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm a super nerd.
So leave some comments below. Let us know what you want to talk about. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you missed our last episode, you can click on it right now.
This is Pawn After Dark.